25 miles per hour. We advise you to take shelter immediately.
The trip from my house, it was kind of long. It was 10 hours long, and the only way you stay awake and keep focused on driving is keep the radio on, roll your windows down.
Always talking about it and dreaming about it, and I'm finally here. It meant a lot. It was really, really real this time. And on the first day I got here, I went to where I was going to be living at Lee Curriton's, and I was kind of worried about that. I just didn't know what to expect. I've never lived with anybody that I didn't know, ever. She's a chef, so I'm really hoping to get some tips, but not no fat grams. Tips, not tip to scale.
SLTC kind of stands out because of the curriculum that we have. So when a guy graduates from Southeast Lineman Training Center, they have the ability and they know what to expect. Boils down to knowledge, discipline, and ability. We push them hard, we train them hard. On a scale of 1 to 10, if you got a guy that's an 8 and you got a guy that's a 3, you fuss at them both equal amount. You want the 8 to be a 12 and you want the 3 to be as high as you can get him. Our expectations are extremely high. We're hardly ever satisfied, no matter how good they are. We always want them to be better. And when the guys get out in the workforce, they stand out to most companies.
When I finally got into Trenton, Georgia and seen SLTC coming up ahead, I was really anxious and ready to pull in the driveway and get inside and get started. You know, when I came inside and started getting ready and registration and stuff, the staff around here is awesome.
Guess we just go stand in line, right? Came to the school and met most of the instructors and a lot of the people, actually all the people that work here. Stood in line for a while to get registered.
Nice to meet you.
Bud.
Welcome.
Yes,
Glad
thank
to
you
have you
very
here.
much. I am black.
I met George. He's a very nice guy. He shook my hand right away and was glad to have me here. The girls in the office were excited. We always talked to each other on the phone, but never in person. We'd never met, so that was pretty cool.
Bailey McCann. Where are you from, Bailey?
Mount Vernon, Missouri.
The first time I met Bailey, he came in the office and he was introduced to me. You kind of get a first impression off people, and it's not always the right one, but I think it was right with Bailey. I figured you probably knew someone that went to work and had a good job. The reason he was here.
No, I actually found y'all on the internet and looked like the best place to be.
Got a great desire to finish and finish well. And it shows in his actions. Well, good luck to you, man. If I can ever help you the next 15 weeks, just tolerate me.
I appreciate it. Well, my first day out on the pole circles, it was pretty neat. Before I got on the pole, I was just really anxious and just wanted to climb to the top.
I'm gonna come around, I'm gonna hook it like this, okay? All y'all stuff is new and stiff and all that, and it will get loosened up.
When I first met
Okay.
Russell, it was kind of intimidating. He's starting to teach everybody how to climb. And when we first got gaffed up and started getting on the pole, I was thinking, this is gonna be pretty rough.
Some of you going to have to look at your feet a bunch right at the beginning, without a doubt. You need to. Once y'all get better, some of you gonna climb just like it's ready.
Once they kind of get used to what they think is going to go on, they kind of start establishing themselves. I'm going to be the alpha male of the group, and stuff like that. And I got a little sense of that with Barry. He was very gung-ho, a little bit cocky, but turns out he can pretty much back it up.
It's just a bigger adrenaline rush when you finally get up there. When he finally let us get up there, it was a different feeling up there than down at the bottom. We took our first step on the poles and got our technique down. He inspires me quite a bit because he did a little bit of helicopter work, and that's what I want to go into.
Do not want to cut the circulation off of your foot. And make sure you don't get it so tight. You're probably going to be in about the 4th or 5th hole, probably about the 4th.
The first day, of course, nerves is always a big thing. And some of them will still put their tools on backwards and put their gaffs to the outside of their feet instead of the inside.
You're probably going to, hopefully you don't gaff yourself, okay? And when you start climbing, if things will gaff you or stab you pretty quick, you won't know you're cut, okay? So if it actually goes in your boot, come down, take your boot off, and let's check it out. These things will cut you pretty bad. I've had a guy cut the top of his kneecap. Oh, it's been bad, okay?
Yeah, it was just exciting. It felt good to finally be up on the pole. I was anxious. We were only supposed to take a couple small steps. I wanted to climb.
Well, so far it's easier than I expected, but ain't seen nothing yet, I don't reckon.
In our classroom time when I first got here, I thought it'd be difficult and a lot of math and a lot of things to learn in a short period of time, and I didn't think I was going to do very well with that stuff. I just barely skimmed by in high school. Now that I'm here and I'm trying to make a career for myself, the classwork is easy if you listen in class and study afterwards.
Basically, when the students get here, we are PC-10. They are PC-10. They are no more than that. And then as we progress in our circle and stuff like that, I give them little teasers. This is what we're going to be. We're going to eventually be Reds Raiders. Before we move out of circle, they start getting anxious. When are we going to do our tasks? When are we going to get our stickers? When we hang our flag and stuff like that. Basically what I do around the world, it's called. And each student has to climb every pole in the circle. And it's continuous. They don't do 5 here and 5 tomorrow. And they go all the way around until they've climbed all 20 poles in the circle.
It was rough. It was one of the harder days I've had here. It was hot outside, sweating, your legs cramping up, and you just had to keep pushing through. I knew once we got done with the around the world that things would start being a lot better. You're not having to do up downs every day because that's what you're learning how to do is climb.
When they get the stickers, and I send the guy up the hanging flag in the middle of a circle, you know, and they're high-fiving each other and stuff like that. I mean, that's when they all get together the best right there. And I want to see that. I want them to root them on and stuff like that. I tell my guys from the very beginning, you know, if he's struggling, don't beat him down, pick him up. Most of these students still surprise me because I see them from day one and then I see them where we're at now. And Bailey, I would have never believed that he'd never climbed before because he just, you know, it's almost like I've got to go up this pole and it's almost like he attacks it. You know, not to an unsafe matter, but it's like he gets up there and is by far the best climber in the group.
Okay, what y'all want to do, get your feet kind of side to side. We're going to shift in our back. As a group, always let them take it around, you know, show them one way. The first time we go super slow and pass the ball around each person in the circle. Well, even going the first time, going the slow, they couldn't even, they dropped the ball. So I give them that one, okay? So I pick the ball up, go back to them, they go back around, and they dropped it again. So then after that, of course, I was getting aggravated because they can't catch a ball going super slow. It started aggravating me really quick. This is where y'all better start picking up your damn ass. Let's go.
He can be tough, but he has to be tough, so shouldn't nobody take that but with a grain, because he's doing his job.
Shift your hips to me. No, walk up the pole with your feet. Quit leaning.
Yeah, Jason was pretty pissed because we could not get the ball rotated in one good pass all the way around.
So about that time when they got back up, we passed it again, first one through it, dropped the ball, and I just pretty much stopped them, did it again. So we did a bunch of up downs because they can't catch a ball. Down up! Let's go! Hurry up! Hey, son! Down! Yeah, that is probably the worst time I've had it actually with a soccer ball.
I don't know if he was sick of us not being able to catch it or sick of going to retrieve it, or both. It's a little awkward. I've been the only gal in a lot of workplaces, and one thing I've learned is you really gotta work harder than you used to because you're trying, you know, it's a big competition. It's all competitive.
Ready? Go! Come on, drop on it. Stick, drop, shift. Stick, drop, shift. There you go. He got you that time.
Damn, man.
Close, though.
What makes it unique is that there's a lot more expected, seems to be, out of a woman than a man when a woman's playing in a man's field. Some things I feel kind of isolated, but that's my choice, you know. Just some things are better left unsaid and unheard. So yeah, there's a few times I'm like, la 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 la. But other than that, not really. You know, I'm here for the same reasons they are. You know, I want to be here just like they do.
It takes a real strong woman. I mean, and this is my perspective. You know, you gotta have it. You gotta be tough, mentally and physically. You know, it's very hard, and you know, and this is just one small step of it. I mean, once they get out of the school and actually get a job, it's 10 times worse.
Once I found out about the school, that was like my biggest goal, my biggest dream, you know, just to get us further ahead, to support my boys all the way through this life, and the people around me, not just my sons, just everybody around me. You know?
All right, go ahead and put your stuff up. Let's go on the building, because it's fixing to take it fixing right.
You know, I mean, I was not eligible for any kind of loans or financial aid or anything like that. Tried to use my dad's GI Bill. Couldn't get no bank loans because you don't have very much, I don't have any credit basically at all. I've been saving money for almost 4 years for this. It was all on me. And then I finally one day just sent the money in for my application and, you know, my lab fees and all that. And like I said, I just prayed really hard and he finally answered it. Called Melissa, we had to make 2 different transactions, and during the second transaction, I She told me that, hey, I need you to call Colt. He really wants to talk to you. A guy named Colt, here's his number. He says, hey, did you know we're giving away scholarships? Of course, I'm like fighting the tears back, wanting to just scream, because, I'm sitting in the car and I'm like, oh my God, no way. Finally, finally. It's my turn. Finally got a break, man. All the work paid off and everything, so. Got off the phone and cried and called everybody that I knew would be proud. And I am glad. Thanks for the break, because I need it. I want it. I've earned it. It's like really happening. It's not like a dream anymore. It's not like just, putting cash in an envelope every paycheck and taking it out and counting it for so long. It's here.
Every instructor here wants it completed faster than the school time allows. And to get a time that fast, everything has got to go just right as far as what they do on top of the pole as well as the ground.